That's right, and we're back. Your favorite Chicano stream back on the internet one more time for all the raza. Do me a favor, man. Hit that pinchy thumbs up right there at the bottom. You see it, the thumbs up button. It's probably over here. And then right next to it is the Chinga Tu Madre button right over there somewhere. That's a thumbs down. That button is for the creeps, the weirdos, the fake tough guys, fake OGs, lurkers, stalkers, lames, and all of their supporters. You can hit the Chinga Tu Madre. I promise you won't get blocked, cabrones. Hit the pinchy thumbs down. Pay to play one time. Both of those buttons, hey, help us reach wider audiences, man. We're rolling. We're steamrolling into 2026, cabrones. Before we get into the title of this video, Roughneck TV on the hot seat for watching a 6-on-1. Before we get into that, let's keep it professional, always. And let's go through the formalities, man. Gracias to all the day oneers. Gracias to everyone inside the members only. I highly appreciate you guys more than you know. The members only has been the true espalda. They got my esquina from day number one, but I appreciate you guys. We have a good old time over there in the members only. They see the behind the scenes. I do lives over there when I'm, doing more personal things, right? Birthday parties, on a boat, or toda la chingada, man. The members only get all that shit right there. And so shout out to them. And if you're new to the channel, man, stick around and stay subscribed because we drop nothing but fire bangers every single day. Just like this one. Look, let's go ahead and get into what this video is about, right? Well, it looks like the internet now, I have diffused, I put a plug inside all of this little racial tension on the internet, right? I'm pretty much putting brown content creators on blast. But who am I, right? You don't got to listen to what I say. But putting them on blast because if you don't have any content to talk about, then just like Adam 22, you'll do the same shit. You'll start doing racial videos. This guy's a racist. That guy's a racist. And that really comes from not a hot topic or a trending topic. It's just because you ain't got shit to talk about, man. And the reason I do, it does sound like I'm being a little sarcastic, put a little bit of negative connotation on there. It's because I do want it to stop, man. I'm actually ultimately wanting to continue to unite the raza, right? As much as I can. If we can reach some kind of consensus on, what direction to navigate in, that way we can advance, that'd be great. But if not, you're going to do what you does, but I'm putting all these creators on blast now, man. You ain't got shit to talk about? Play the race card then. We all know you ain't got shit to talk about. Play the race card. But ultimately, it is harming the brown community. Just like it harms us in the same exact token, just like it harms the brown community for motherfuckers that talk about gangs, motherfuckers that talk about war stories and all these level 10 stories and butchering people and all of that. It promotes violencia. That's all it does. It promotes gangs. That's all it does. It doesn't matter if the end of your fucking 30-minute video you say, well, I hope you guys, learn a lesson from this. Nah, the whole time, the youngsters see the meat and potatoes of the war story and they want to put it down just like that or even harder than that. So both of those things, racial tensions, gangs, prisons, and all that other bullshit, that's all it does is it sets us back. We go one step forward and take 3 steps back every time someone drops a video on prisons, gangs, pendejadas, or racial tension. Like, we're supposed to be the sensitive nalga raza that gets mad every time someone says a taco or says this or that. You do what you does, cuz obviously you ain't got no content, and if the jacket fits, then wear that bitch, right? But now we're talking about Roughneck TV. So the video came out, right? And a lot of people had put 10 on 1. I had to watch it on my last live. I did not count 10 people for the life of me. I don't know what's going on. Maybe you guys were buzzing when the time you saw it. 6 people looked like 10 to you because the modelos were kicking in. But I recounted it like 3 times on my live, and it was 6. So it's actually a 6-on-1 for the record, right? I wanted, because I saw so many captions. I'm like, 10, 10, 10. There were 6 individuals, right? Roughneck TV is on the hot seat right now because he's half Mexicano and he's half Africano. He's half black, right? And so the comment section, which some people pay attention to, right? I mean, you'd be lying through your teeth saying you never read the comments, right? Every once in a while, you get a notification every time someone comments until I just turn YouTube off. Or if it's a viral, going 500,000 clip on Instagram, I turn the notifications off on that because that shit is just, it vibrates for fucking weeks, right? We read the comments, right? But you have to be a weak, emotionally weak, very low mature, very low self-esteem, insecure individual to really give a fuck about them, to really give a shit about them. I get it that, no one likes shit talk to them, but it's behind a fucking keyboard, okay? If for some reason a comment behind the keyboard throws you on an emotional roller coaster, ruins your day, causes you to do this, to do that, it hurts my family and all this other shit, then the internet, I'm sorry to say, is not for you, man. If that's in the same token, if you're trying to rile people up because, like the maniaco and I love when 100 people tell me I'm solid, I'm real, and all this other shit, when in real life, it's the complete exact opposite of that, then you will be looking at the comments, replying, and all day long, and you wake up thinking about comments, you go to sleep thinking about comments. I don't think that's Roughneck TV, but I'm sure he probably saw some of the comments, but he's kept it pushing and kept it very professional. So let's analyze the situation. 6 individuals. There's one individual in a parking lot. He was an Africano, okay? And then there was one OG, okay? They say OG online, right? Online is just a way of calling people generals. Wood General, OG, MacArthur Park Mayor, and all these other things where most of the people, they put titles on like that. In real life, they don't want those titles. In real life, I mean, the people that actually have that, right? Those fucking, the llaves or whatever you want to call it, they don't want, they can never fill their shoes. But the internet, for the stupidest reasons, I just have to call it what it is, the stupidest reasons, will call Adam 22 the general, when Adam 22 will be the first motherfucker to rat on the whole neighborhood in the back of the cop car. And you know what I said is true. You know that for a fact. But you can call him a general if you want, right? They call this guy an OG, but he looks brown, but I don't even know. He could be just a fucking, like the maniaco. He could be a Miklo with just a tan, but I don't know. But anyways, they're saying he is Mexican. We don't even know if the guy is Mexican. Has anyone even thought about that? Before anyone did their reaction videos, did it even cross anyone's mind that he could not even be Mexican and you made a video about a pinche gabacho? I'll hold. But let's just, for the sake of this video, say he is Mexican, right? We don't know, but let's just say he is Mexican, right? Now, the other gentlemen, they're, darker skin, of maybe Africano, black descent, but they could also be Puerto Rican. They could also be Cuban. They could, I'm just stating the obvious facts, right? Anyways, now that we laid out the groundwork, the individual, they're calling this guy East LA OG, but no one knows, but people love to just make up fake captions for views. East LA OG, let's call him that for the sake of the video. He walks up. Now, at some point, he doesn't sense the energy from the individual he's talking to, because the individual he's talking to, it reminds me of the one video, the Gavacho. Remember the Gavacho? He was skinny, 100 pounds, and today I got the time, cuz. Remember that Gavacho right there? That's how he was squaring up. Like he wants to pick up his pants and pick up his shirt, and he wants to square up, right? Which is like the biggest target in the world. I mean, that's the worst stance you can ever take, but against street motherfuckers that had no boxing training, won't know what they don't know, right? You make yourself the widest target by standing squared up like a linebacker in front of the individual, which you're probably just, with if the right individual's in front of you and he knows how to throw a punch, you're going to get tiger uppercutted across the parking lot, right? So the East LA OG, again, I don't know, but they're calling him that. He doesn't sense the confrontational energy, but more wants to feed into the confrontational energy. And all of a sudden, they start throwing and they go to the street. And I counted it 3 times. It wasn't 10. 5 more homies. The Africano go and then walk up to him, maybe throw 3 or 4 punches. The OG throws 2-3 punches and a kick. That's it. No, nothing big, not a melee, not a stomping, nothing. This looks like, to be honest with you, it looks like over here in Salinas, a little Chinatown homeless altercation, and then keep it pushing. But since racial tensions have been at an all-time high on the internet, and a lot of these race baiting channels have been fueling the fire, the Mexicans, I guess that's why we're talking about it. But now let's talk about Roughneck TV. Was Roughneck TV, I'm going to ask you guys, and I want to see if you guys do me a favor, comment below on this video after I say this. Was Roughneck TV supposed to, instead of filming the hood blog, which was his assignment, right? Create content, record content, put it on the internet, because he's a truck driver handling his business across, the country, grown man shit, putting in those hours, putting food on the table, grown man shit. I respect him. Matter of fact, he helped promote Mexican Independence Day sparring a couple times on his social media platform, which I highly, highly respect and thank you for that, cabron. Was he supposed to intervene, put the camera down because he saw a 6-on-1? Or is a 6-on-1 normal shit in the hood, normal shit in Chinatown, normal shit where the homeless hang out? Is that some normal shit and it's just another day? I want to ask that. Because most of the people are saying, well, he's half Mexican. Oh, let's pull his card, revoke his Mexican card and all that. Do you even know that the vato, the Africano was fighting, was Mexican? Hell no. You don't. I don't either. People just quick to jump on assumptions on the internet for the sake of dropping a video. And it is what it is. You do what you does, cuz. You do what you does, right? Did you want Roughneck TV to stop his holidays, catch a possible case during Christmas, all for the sake of good comments on the internet? Did you want him to catch a case all for the sake of being a hero and getting great comments and getting talked about on podcasts as a great individual while he's sitting for months? And depending the jacket he has, it could turn into a serious case where he has to get another commitment to CDC and fuck off his Christmas. Is that what the internet wanted from him? That's not what I want for him. I'm going to close it by saying this. I don't want to make it a long video. But Roughneck TV, you are good, my boy. You went there with the intention to film a vlog. You accomplished that mission. Whatever happened. Now, I understand what's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. Obviously, gente. Obviously, I want to assume this is what I'm going to say is accurate. But obviously, if he saw a female getting the same kind of treatment, I don't think it would have went the same. But this is a little fucking skirmish that only the internet, not the people in the hoods, not the people in the Chinatowns, not the homeless community, not the street fucking community. And I don't mean the street, I don't mean the gangs. I mean living in the streets. Because a lot of people haven't lived in the fucking streets. And that's how you could tell they're not humble in life. They're very mouthy, dropping comments on, he should have did this, he should have did that. We don't want you to catch a case. We're glad you didn't catch a case. Let anyone that has soft nalgas and Charmin is softer than a pinche a Charmin tissue. Let them get offended. Let them make their videos. But you're good. You did what you had to do. You did the hood vlog. It was a good hood vlog. And that's a wrap. All right, gente, if you like this fire content, drop the pinche like button right there at the bottom, man. Bang that shit. Hit it right now. Cabrones, I'm going to hang on for another 30 seconds. Hit that like, man. It helps us reach wider audience. Hit the chinga tu madre también. Don't forget to hit the hype video as well. And let me know your comments on Roughneck TV. Now, don't be one of these babosos net banging, okay? He should have did this. He should have did that. He should have did this. But I do want you to get it off your chest, man. Whatever you want to do, get it right there off your chest in the comment section. Gente, I'm out. Don't forget to help others move in excellence, man. It's really going to help them. It's going to help you at the same time. To the next episode of Chicano Tube, I'll see you on the next one. Gente, I'm out.